the other part of it that's fascinating to me, as I said earlier, was um, the Jamaica of that period, which is Jamaica in the 70s. So many of these photos are about Jamaica in the 70s, and Jamaica in the 70s is an intense place. I mean, politics is Manly and Siaga, and there's violence, and there's gun court, and there's reggae, and there's, you know, Don Quarry winning gold medal. I mean, it's just sort of like there's so. I remember go there as a kid. It's just like so much. I was
Yes,
coming
man.
from rural Canada where nothing happened
Yeah.
to a place where everything was happening. Can you talk a little bit about that? I mean, you were in the epicenter of this because
Yeah.
your father was the kind of in the middle of the maelstrom.
Yeah, there were certain mileposts that I can like remember about the 70s, especially the more turbulent times, the politics. So we can go back. I remember the night my parents were shot, right?
Hmm.
I remember before my mother left to go to rehearsals, I was like, yo, mommy, take me to rehearsal. I wanted to go to rehearsal. And she said, no, like, you have school tomorrow. And I was like, very like angry that she never let me go to rehearsals. And then, looking back after the shooting, I think she probably, it was a good decision, right? So I remember that night. I remember she leaving and we went to bed, right? But in the middle of the night, some police came to the house and like grabbed us up and like, there's a lot of, like chaos and like, let's go, move, let's go, get the kids out of the house. And they drove us to wherever we were going. We never know. I was just like this. I was like, what the fuck is going?
What year? This
Like,
is what year?
what is 70, 76? What year Bob get
76.
the assassination attempt? 76, yeah.
Yeah.
So that experience going up there, and then another more impactful experience was with my mom actually, because we're talking about the 70s and what was going on there, the political upheaval and just the drama, everything. So my mother picked us up from school. This was during the height of there was a big protest going on, political. They were blocking the roads, fire burning, tires burning in the streets. So my mom picked us up from school in the Beetle, in the VW.
Hmm.
She driving us home, and we come up on a roadblock. We can't get home. We're not too far from home, but we can't pass because these guys there's tires burning, and these guys are like. And I remember being in the back seat and watching my mother. She came out of the car and she confronted these guys in a very brave. She brave. I mean, it's brave what she did. She like stand up and say, "Yo, nothing, whatever." She cursed her, do what she have to do, and she talked them down, and they kind of like, okay, and kind of part the road back, and we drove through. So that's another memory. That's like from remember that time, and the turbulent political situation. Those two mileposts is what I go back to, for that. But I mean, there was good times too, man. I mean, going back to Trenchtown, playing football, it was it was a very double-edged sword that period of time because it was so good too. The
Yeah.
vibe, the
Yeah.
energy, the music. There's so much life, there's so much revolutionary like change, like it's the same time Bob and Claude Massop, who was I would say a strong man or a strong arm for the political faction, and Bucky Marshall, they came together and were starting for kind of disown the politics. And I was there too. I met all of these guys, Take Live, and I knew what was happening. And I kind of, but actually when I got later on, I kind of understand who these guys were because I just saw them as guys, as Bob's friends, and I
Yeah.
know they were meeting and talking and blah blah blah. But when I grew older, I realized these guys were some dangerous men. They weren't just like some laugh. These guys were some serious guys. So that is the world. That is the world. Back in the
Hmm.
70s.